Let's pick my TBR reads for June. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first ever sit down video. My favourite video to watch on YouTube is always TBR picks my reads for the following month. So firstly, let me introduce you to the TBR jar. I actually went pottery painting in Brighton and the first thing I wanted to do was to paint something that I could put my little prompts in. So we have TBR jar, slow burn, some little hearts, books. It's really cute. I spent all morning. I've put quite a few prompts in from my Instagram stories, from videos, but also if you have any ideas, please pop them in the comments because I will add them in and I'll add your handle and then I can give you a shout out when I do pull them. First, let's get comfy. I'm trying a new flavour of Trip Wild Strawberry. I have a wedding later on today, so I need to be a bit chilled. Okay, I'm set. I'm going to really quickly start by just sharing a couple of books that I recently got that are being added to my TBR, so they will be available for me to pick as well. So I've got Ballad of Falling Dragons. I'm so excited for this, and if I don't pick this, I will probably try and fit it in this month anyway for June. I'm so excited to have this in my hands. It's Into the Fading Twilight, which is book 2 of an interconnected romance series by Catherine Cowles. The first one was Across the Vanishing Sky. I really liked it. It was summery, romance, mystery, kind of thriller. Definitely excited to have that as a pick. I have another sequel, which is One Night Stand, which is sequel to Lady Night. Really excited for this one. And actually a book that I'm going a bit blind into, from Hot Escape, they sent me Shadows of Sparta. And all I know is that it is a dark romantasy, and I'm actually going to not even look at it. If I pick this up, I want to go in completely blind. So it's time. So firstly, we're starting off with a non-negotiable, which is I go to an in-person book club, and the book pick that was picked was Rose in Chains. One moment. So, Rose in Chains, I've had this copy since it came out. It's beautiful. I haven't read it. I don't know why I've put it off, but book 1, non-negotiable for book club, is going to be Rose in Chains. I'm actually trialling a mic as well, so I hope this all sounds fine, and I might just move it a little bit. Here. So in addition to that, I'm actually going to try and pick 5 books. So I've got 6 books in total. Usually with a 9 to 5, I don't usually read more than that. I'm also been struggling. I am a little bit behind on my reading goal. Shame. So I really want to get back on it this month with books that I really want to read. But look, it's okay, it's organic. Whatever gets read gets read. But these are going to be my goal of reading. So, oh, I've got 2, so I've just put one back. Ooh, okay. A new to me author. So I have a couple books that I can pick, so let me just So I've picked up 3 books that are new to me authors that are definitely high on the TBR. So let's talk about The Shadows That Listen by Louisa Carmody. Had enough of Shadow Daddies, it's time to meet your new Shimmer Daddy. So it's a dystopian romantasy that will keep you up all night, angels versus demons. I've honestly heard such good things about this. This is actually a proofed copy. It publishes in August, and I'd love to read it well before then because I fear I'm going to love this. another item which is a bit of a non-negotiable. So my friend Caris, completely Caris on Instagram, adores Silvercloak, and I can't believe I've left it this long to read it. And I don't actually think I've read anything by L.K. Stevens. So that is long overdue. That could also be quite a good one for a bit of a reading vlog. And then I've got Kate Goldbeck, Daddy Issues. This, I just honestly just love the cover. I bought it when I was in Edinburgh, but I get the feeling it's kind of just a bit of a slightly darker romance, but it's still a bit fluffy. Daddy issues, clues in the name. I think I am going to go with, oh, this is so difficult. How do you guys pick? I really do want to read Silvercloak, but I think I'm going to go for The Shadows That Listen, for the sheer fact that it's shiny and I am really feeling an Angels and Demons kind of book. So that is book number 2 on the TBR. Trying to get stuff from the bottom so it's not just like the last things that I wrote. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay. Oh my god, okay. You couldn't make this up? Can you see that? Not sure if you can see that, but it's Caris Picks. So I'm not even gonna message her. I will message her and tell her. But I am actually, she has been telling me, and this copy of Silvercloak is actually from Caris, and she was like, you have to read it now. So, Silvercloak is going on the TBR. How funny, after I was just about to put it on for the last book. So, okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is a good day, a free pick. This is difficult. So let me pick out a couple that immediately I'm like, I do really want to read these quite soon. This is actually so hard, but I have a couple books, so no need to explain, but Ballad of Fallen Dragons. I loved book 1, When the Moon Hatched. I have this copy from Waterstones. I don't know if I'm ready to cry is my only thing, but I also think people might start spoiling it, so I might want to rush to read that. This has been on my list as well, and it's Triple Threat by Isha Raya. Sometimes you have to be the main character to get rid of the other one, and I think it's not a murder, it's a career move. She can act, she can charm, but she can get away with killing off the competition again. So it's not too, so I've got a couple of romances. I feel like, so I have one more option. This is The Once and Future Queen, and I actually did start this, but long story short, I took it on holiday and then I left it. And I managed to get this gorgeous proof copy back in my hands, and I just hadn't picked it up again. So I have read a very small amount of it, and so it's Outlander meets Camelot in the first book in a lush romantic time travel fantasy trilogy coming in January. So it's published now. I do think it had a different name before it was traditionally published. I think it was a French name. But my understanding is it's a bit like a woman who gets found in the real world and I guess has to time travel back because she's actually the Queen of Camelot or something, and she's lost all her memories and she has to go back, and Merlin, it's like a Merlin kind of situation, and I feel like this could be a bit more winter coded, but I think I'm going to go with The Once and Future Queen. So that is book number 4. Oh my god, they're flying everywhere. This will obviously get less full the more I pull from it. Okay. A book you have no idea on the plot. Not sure if you can see that. A book you have no idea on the plot. I mean, to be honest, it's the newest book in my collection, but I don't know what this is about at all, except for the fact it's a dark romantasy. So he has claimed her, now she will be his ruin, a lavish and dire fantasy by Raven Kennedy. Well, Raven Kennedy blurbed it. So, okay. Look, I'm just, everything else on my TBR shelf, I do kind of know what it's about. So I think Shadows of Sparta is going to be my next pick. So this is the last pick. Oh, it's like an excited TBR sneeze. Okay. Oh, okay, so we got a free pick. I put a few of those in. So I'm going to get rid of that because, well, I'm going to put it back in the jar because I've already done a free pick and I think it's a bit greedy of me. Okay, I've picked up about, okay, that one's jumping out quite literally. Ooh, okay, a cover. I wrote that weirdly, a cover with a blue cover. So a blue cover. Let's see what I can get together. It's actually harder than it looks with the colour ones because you want something that's mostly that colour. So I've picked 3 books to choose from. So we've got Into the Fading Twilight. This is definitely up there on a book I want to read, but I have just received it. So I don't know if I want to try and read some older books that I have first or just jump straight into it because book 1 was really great. And then I think it's blue. Is it blue or is it purple? But we have Fever Dream, which is another new release by Elsie Silver. I don't actually know much about this plot either. Maybe I should have used this for that prompt, but we know Elsie Silver. She knows how to write a romance, and specifically a cowboy romance. I don't even know if that's what this is, but professional bull rider, say less. And then my last option, which I fear should probably be the one, is The Poet Empress. I won this gorgeous proof copy. I was not sent this, sadly, but I won it, and I've been a bit scared to start it. I don't know why, because I love romance and I love poetry, and I guess the concept in this is, I guess magic is linked to poetry, I think. It's kind of an Asian setting. Let me see. So, young rice farmer Yin Wei was forced to become a concubine to Prince Guan Terran, a monstrous wielder of poetry magic and heir to the Azalea throne, to save her family from the famine and blighting of the land of Tensha. This might also make me better at reading out loud because I definitely struggle a little bit, so you guys can help me with this. Now confined to the imperial court, Terran's cruelty is not the only danger Wei faces. He and his honourable older brother are locked in a deadly succession war, while Terran's 30 concubines are fighting a war of their own for the position of the future empress. I've heard it's a standalone, and I've heard that it might make me cry, but reading these 3, I don't know. All my books are fantasy this month. I think I need a romance this month, because otherwise I'm going to get bogged down with too much. Not that there's ever too much fantasy, but let's go with Into the Fading Twilight, and that is my last book. So we have our June TBR. I'm actually really excited for this. It's definitely going to be a romantasy month, but we've got Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. Okay, fine. We have Shadows of Sparta. This one I think could be a predicted 5-star. The Once and Future Queen. Silver Cloak by L.K. Stevens. The Shadows That Listen, and Rose in Chains. I know that this one is a little bit darker, so if you were going to look at reading this, then definitely check the trigger warnings. But I think that's a great stack. I'm so excited to read these. If you would like to see a reading vlog of any of these books specifically, then please put a comment below. And if you made it this far, thank you so much. How did I do on my first talkie video? I've tried not to ramble, but pop a book themed emoji in the comments and comment which of these books you think is going to be my best read of the month. Let's go for June.